Joining us now to break down this Hollywood and media drama is the editor-in-chief of the Post Millennial, Libby Emmons. Libby, welcome to the program.
Thanks so much.
I know we don't really care what Hollywood thinks, but in this particular case, Clooney's not your typical Hollywood babbler.
Yeah, it's really fascinating, isn't it, to see George Clooney, who holds such a high place in Hollywood royalty, come out and turn on Joe Biden. And it was reported also this morning in Politico that apparently Clooney had reached out to Barack Obama prior to publishing this op-ed to get Obama's take on it. And Obama did not object to the publication of this op-ed. And of course, while on the right, we might not care what Hollywood celebrities think, certainly he's a big deal on the left, and they do care what he thinks.
And not to mention George's wife, Amal Clooney. She's pretty influential on the international jet-setting scene. She's involved in all these globalist-linked entities, and she's not someone who just sits on the sidelines. She's actively involved in left-leaning globalist policy.
Yeah, she sure is. And there were recently some reports out that she was apparently pressuring the Biden administration over their Gaza policy. She was involved in the International Criminal Court coming down against Israel for their handling of their war against Hamas terrorists. And there were also reports this morning that I saw that perhaps Amal Clooney had been in her husband's ear about getting this op-ed out, that perhaps Clooney had concerns, but that Amal really helped him solidify that and pressured him to get that op-ed written. That's something I read this morning. I don't have verification on that, but it certainly could be likely, since Biden's far left is really opposed to the way that he's been handling the Israel situation.
Well, you guys at Millennial Post, you do such an excellent job of pointing out the hypocrisy of modern media. And you must have been having a field day for the last 2 weeks because, again, and George Clooney is just one voice, one example of this. Why didn't they say anything at the time they were witnessing Joe Biden in real life, in real time, and their sudden realization that he is this vegetable is only now being admitted to? The media is doing this, George Clooney's doing this, pretty much everybody on the left is doing this. How do you explain this sudden turnaround, and how are they going to explain it to history?
Yeah, I don't think they're worried about history. I think they're worried about maintaining their power right now. Certainly we've seen Chuck Schumer not coming out about it, but we've seen that behind closed doors, perhaps he's talking to donors about maybe having somebody else on the top of the ticket. I think what happened is not that they suddenly were aware of this, as they are wanting us to believe. I think it's that suddenly the American people became aware of it. There's a lot of people in America who go about their lives and don't pay that much attention to politics, but they sure tune in for the presidential debates. So there were a lot of people probably tuning in on June 27th who hadn't been paying a lot of attention to Biden. Now they have to do this massive media blitz to try and prove to everyone that he's not incompetent. And I think they see that that's a losing battle.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.